Good morning and welcome to the VSA Morning Miner. It's Wednesday, the 24th of August, and I'm joined by Paul Rankin. Andrew's on his way back from Cornwall this morning. Paul, how are you?
I'm all right, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, very well, thanks. Looks like there's quite a bit of news this morning to get through. Everyone's getting ready for back to work in September. Should we start with Apollo Silver? They've had another 12 assay results out from their phase 1 drill program. Some of the highlights from that: 139 grams a ton silver over 103.5 meters, including 662 grams a ton over 1.5 meters. So that first was from surface, and that high grade intercept was from 79 meters deep. 133 grams a ton over 66 meters from 4 meters, including 1.5 meters at 270 grams a ton silver, and a number of other sort of consistent intercepts like that through the disseminated silver of the Barstow formation at their Calico project in California. So that's really infill drilling that's demonstrating the consistency of the resource. But what is encouraging for the other aim of the drill program in terms of expanding the resource is that the last hole reported went a bit deeper than the current resource, which is capped at 125 meters deep, down to about 155. And that was intercepting an additional 30 meters of mineralization at 95 grams a ton silver below that base of the resource, so showing expansion potential there. There's also some modest gold grades in those lower intercepts, which hadn't been tested for before, so that's adding an interesting extra component there. So I think probably one more batch of drill holes in to come from this program. That'll be all of them.
Yes, and the deeper mineralization would be something that they would probably focus on for the next round too, because it hadn't been pre-assessed in the prior decades as well, and it definitely would add to the NPV of the project once they did make that calculation.
Yeah, almost certainly. Share price has been under a bit of pressure though, with precious metals equities particularly weak over the summer. They had sort of clambered back, but it's a bit like snakes and ladders at the moment. And the gains were quickly wiped out the other day. But yesterday was a pretty good day, well, for Apollo announcing these results, and across the silver space. Shall we have a look at some London stocks, Paul? There's news out from Cleantech Lithium.
Yes, Cleantech, AIM-quoted exploration development company, have signed a deal with the Chinese firm Sun Resin New Materials, which makes the resin beads for lithium extraction under direct extraction from flowing brines. And it's a joint cooperation agreement such that Sun Resin and Cleantech would work together in order to essentially make possible the distribution or the deployment of Sun Resin's pilot plant operations around to various projects in order to demonstrate that these projects can, in fact, produce lithium by direct extraction without having to build ponds, particularly for the brine operations. And that's really important, particularly if you want to bring these future low-grade brines that are from oil fields, brines from the subsurface into the production mix in the future. So it's a good sign there. Do you know Sun Resin at all, Ollie?
Not much more than we know today. aware of the company, but that's about it. I suppose as an MOU, it doesn't completely close out, Western companies getting involved as well. But it is another lithium project where the Chinese have shown an interest first.
Yes, that's right. They are aggressive at making sure that they secure as much lithium as they need for their purposes, for sure.
Some high-grade drill results from Cornish Metals, Paul.
Cornish Metals, yes, released final assays on their United Drowns latest drilling program. Last 4 holes showed multiple veins of polymetallic copper zinc mineralization, and as you go deeper on the deeper intercepts, they were showing that the tin content rises as you get closer to and into the granite intrusions. This is the same kind of zonation at United Downs that we also see at the South Crofty mine there that Cornish has as well. So it indicates that we're dealing with similar, most likely similar age and similar style source intrusions for that mineralization. It also looks good too for the Wellington mine, which is a historic mine on Cornish Metals land position on strike from this United Downs project, because the Wellington, as a historic producer, closed over 2 centuries ago and only was worked down to 200 meters and never drilled. And these intercepts are all beyond 350 meters in depth in these holes.
Okay, good stuff. Anything else out there this morning? Paul?
Yes, just a quick mention here that Kenmare has announced that they're going to try to consolidate and clean up their share register, because about 80% of their shareholders hold fewer than 200 shares. So the administration costs of maintaining that kind of a sizable register of several thousand tiny shareholders, they'd like to clean up by offering a 5% premium for odd lot shareholders to submit their shares to the company to take them off the register. And also, we had a piece of news out here that 2 of the vanadium juniors related on the TSX or with TSX shareholder backing are intending to merge, and that's Flying Nickel with their Minago project in Western Canada to merge up with Nevada Vanadium, which is a private entity part of TSX listed Silver Elephant, which holds the Ghibellini oxide leach project in Nevada. It's going to be a 1-to-1 share exchange, and Flying Nickel shareholders would hold 54% of the combined company.
Okay, let's call it a day there, Paul. Thanks very much. We'll be back tomorrow.
Very good. See you then.